Welcome back, everyone, to its last call. Last call with the alcohol only on, well, this is the YouTube channel here. And now we can't go to the fights anymore due to COVID. Well, we are bringing the fighters to you guys here. And this man will be fighting on April 17th, pay-per-view. He'll be taking on Omar Figueroa on the Ruiz versus Arreola card. Well, action is going to be expected. It's because somebody's getting knocked out, and this man plans to do the knocking out. I give you once again the pride and joy of Arizona. I give you Abel Ramos. Abel, is this the perfect fight for you? A guy who comes forward, not tricky. He's just stands his ground, throws power shots. Is this for you like the perfect fight?
I think it is, man. I think it's gonna be a great matchup for my style. He's a guy that comes forward and just throws a lot of punches, and I think we can make a great fight for the fans.
When you see him, what makes him so dangerous? I mean, I know he's a guy like yourself. He's coming up from 140 to 147. Why is he such a knockout, hit puncher, even though he's jumping up in weight class?
I think it's his pressure, man. He puts a lot of pressure on the guys. He comes forward, throws a lot of punches, and that sometimes it's a big problem for some fighters. To deal with that pressure. They fall into his game plan, and I think that's why he got to where he got to in his career. With the pressure and a lot of punches.
So how do you deal with that? I mean, when you have a guy who comes forward and tries to overwhelm you with pressure, how do you stop somebody like that?
You got to keep calm, man, and you gotta have a strong jab, to stop him on his tracks, and stay calm, stay calm and work little by little, man, because if you get frustrated, and trying to knock him out or trying to stop him, it's probably not gonna happen, So just stay calm and work behind your jab and try to keep him at a distance.
How much do you feel it helps that you've already gone through the Brian Perella fight, a fight where he comes forward, likes to use the power jab, falls through the overhand right. He's a little more refined, I guess, than Omar, and maybe not as super aggressive. But is it safe to say that Perel gives you the blueprint for Figueroa?
I think so, man. I was actually thinking about that as well, and I think Perella's just he was a little slicker, more movement, and I think he's big. He was way bigger. He's tall. He's a big welterweight. So I'm definitely gonna use that experience in this fight, and it's gonna be helpful for me, to have that fight with Perella and use it in this fight as well.
We're gonna go back to this fight in a bit, and the whole, I guess, let's say, notoriety of it and everything. But take me back to the last fight. It was you versus Ugas, split decision loss. Take me to the early rounds, because it was looking like, and I'm watching this, maybe I'm wrong, that you're trying to catch him with a counter shot, that you're trying to sort of lead him into, using the big counter right hand. What happened? Like, what was it about him that made him difficult in those first 4 or 5 rounds?
Yeah, man, we're definitely trying to set a counter punch up. But Ugas is tricky, man. He's a counter puncher as well. We had to be careful with him, because I felt he was very strong as well. He felt really really heavy in there. And I was just being careful, not going in too early. Because that's when he was the strongest. In the early rounds.
How much does it hurt that he has a very damn good jab, and it's not like he's a one punch knockout artist, but it's a jab that hurts. He throws it in different, sometimes angles, different speeds, and and we saw he used a lot of that in those first couple of rounds where he wants to keep separation. He's keeping separation, and you really can't just come forward without eating 2 or 3 jabs.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's just the way of him. That's the way he fights. He keeps a strong jab and stays on the outside. Waits for you to make a mistake so he can counter.
Last question on this fight before we leave it. would you if you could redo it over again, would you change? I mean, would you try to be more aggressive, or was this something that you just look and go, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. It's either death by 1,000 cuts or death by me getting knocked out by a counter shot because I'm being too wild.
Yeah, exactly, man. I can't go back and change the outcome, but definitely I think I could have been more aggressive. I think I could have taken more chances in the early rounds. And but it is what it is. You'll never know. Maybe I would have gotten too wild and get caught with the punch. But it is what it is, man. And just gotta keep moving forward and correct those mistakes in the future fights.
If you're just tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we got Abel Ramos here on the show. We're talking all things, of course, with Ugas. We're talking Omar Figueroa. Let's talk about last year, just COVID. It was a weird time for a lot of us, including yourself, where you're fighting on basically on Fox, and yet there's no crowd. You can hear your corner basically like pitch clear. He can hear his corner. How tough is that sometimes when it's you feed off the crowd, you feed off the emotion, and there's no emotion. It's basically almost like a sparring session.
Yeah, that's exactly what it felt like, man. You can hear the corner, and sometimes when you're sparring, you yell out something, so the other fighter's kind of expecting it. So I think it's a little bit of an edge, for fighters. The trainer yells something, and you already know what's coming. And just like in sparring, that's what it felt like. But other than that, the fight for me just felt the same. I'm not the type to feed off of the crowd that much. So for me, it was kind of better just to stay focused more on the fight and not on the crowd.
I know when I talked with a lot of veteran fighters, either in MMA or boxing, who said the toughest thing was always putting on the brave face, which is you're telling your teammates, your cornermen, your younger fighters, hey, don't worry, we're gonna get through this, and yet you're freaking out because businesses are closed. You have no idea what's going to happen. When am I going to fight next? Where money comes in? How tough was that for you when there's family involved in this? I mean, Jesus Ramos Jr. is probably going, okay, what the hell's going on? What's going on with COVID? How tough is it for you sometimes being the calm, cool, collective one when inside you're going, okay, I'm getting freaked out here by COVID. What the hell's going on? When's the economy going to open up? And when am I getting my next paycheck?
Yeah, man, it was tough. I think it was tough for a lot of fighters, because after the Perella fight, that's when everything started to fall apart. I remember my nephew was gonna have a fight like a month from there, and then that got canceled. So that's when I started freaking out. Just like, man, like, well, when am I gonna fight again? But I was definitely blessed, man, with those fights. To be active in it during COVID, and just blessed, man, because it is a struggle, and it is something that crosses your mind all the time. Like this is how we make a living, and we got to fight.
Your cousin is now, or sorry, your nephew is now in the welterweight division. You are fighting in the welterweight division. Does it get awkward now because he's starting to move up in the ranks? They're starting to push him heavily here. You're both chasing after the same thing. How does this work now when it's no longer, uncle, nephew relations? Now both you guys are sort of eyeing for the same fights, and you're trying to, balance it with family.
It's not awkward at all, man. We're family. There's no. It's not like we see each other as competitors. Nothing like that, man. There's a lot of room for boxing, in boxing for everyone to make a living, and we're just learning along the way as well, and getting closer to the bigger fights. We just stay motivated, man, and keep each other hungry, and just push each other in trainings.
This fight, once again, it's going to be, I made a mistake, April 24th pay-per-view. As of now, it's all Latinos. It's yourself versus Omar Figueroa. It's Jesus Ramos, Javier Molina. It's Andy Ruiz, Chris Arreola. There's a lot, and there's going to be more fighters probably on this card. But for years, PBC was always sort of African American, some Europeans, and now we're seeing this, more Latinos coming on here. You're part of that first group. What is that like now where, you guys are having your own card? It's all the top, Latino fighters. It's all, the guys who are either the young generation or I won't say old, but middle generation. What is that like now when this card is all about you guys? You, the ones who made the decision to go, okay, we're signing with Al, and he's rewarding it with a big pay-per-view card.
Yeah, man, I think it's great. I think it's great to show that PBC has all the type of fighters, and this card is just gonna show that they got the best Mexican fighters out there, or Hispanic fighters out there, and I hope this card lives up to the expectations, and all Mexican show, people are gonna expect great fights. And we're gonna do our part to make it exciting for the fans.
As we said, it all comes down to you versus Omar Figueroa. Winner of this fight, you're back in the hunt. You're getting a big title fight here. Loser starts going, okay, well, am I a gatekeeper? Am I going to be taking on prospects? What goes on here? It's an emotional fight because you're focusing on the fight, but you're focusing on your future. How big is it for you to just not focus on all that, just figure, okay, first minute of a round, first 2 minutes of a round, and then go forward and just focus on the task at hand?
Yeah, exactly, man. That's the thing we got to do, just focus on the fight, man, and on doing the game plan and having a great training camp, and not put those kind of pressures on yourself, because that could take you off your game that on fight night. So that's something that I'm not even thinking about. I'm just thinking about the fight and preparing for the fight and having the right game plan.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are proud to have on the show. It is one of the rising still welterweight contenders in the business. I give you Abel Ramos. Abel, before I let you go, where can the fans check you out at? Where is the Twitter page, the Instagram, website? Where can fans hit you up at?
Yeah, on Facebook, just Abel Ramos, and on Instagram, Abel Ramos Boxing. Stay tuned, and I'll be posting all my upcoming fights on social media. So, thank you guys for your support, and expect a great fight April 24th.
Abel Ramos, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are proud to have him on the show. We come back, or stay tuned for more great interviews here only on Last Call. Last Call with the alcohol. It is the Last Call YouTube radio channel.